minority in parliament has accused the NDC government of betraying public trust with the sudden introduction of the energy sector levy. They argue the move marks a complete reversal of the party's earlier stance against such taxes, describing it as hypocritical and deceptive. They earlier addressed a press conference. Take a look.
In a 360-degree turnaround and in a stark contrast to all its promises, has in less than 6 months imposed on Ghanaians the very levy they swore they never will. The NDC, then in opposition, swore that it will never impose taxes to pay for the inefficiencies in the energy sector. This is hypocrisy of the highest order. This is a betrayal of the public trust. His Excellency President Mahama on May 13, 2025, this is what he said, and I quote, "We are using the proceeds from the energy sector levy to pay down the arrears," unquote. Honorable John Jinapor, the energy minister, also on June 4, 2025, this is what also he said. "This levy is not intended to pay off legacy debt. So, which is which? This bill was never advertised on the order paper for the day. In fact, it was not even discussed at the business committee meeting prior."
This particular levy, at the first instance, the government is charging the people of Ghana 8%. And this is one of the highest rates at first instance in terms of taxation. While the e-levy had a limited cascading effect, this Dumsor levy has a total 100% cascading effect because it affects transportation.
Kojo Ponkrumah, he is ranking on the Economic Committee of this Parliament, and Joe Jackson is a financial analyst. He's joining us for a quick one on this. Mr. Jackson, they talk about, the minority says there are alternatives government could have explored, but based on where you sit, is it one that was readily considerable by government as a minority is proposing?
Well, first of all, you've got to remember that some of us have been talking about how big this energy debt issue is and how it is hanging over our necks and threatens to derail every good thing that we have done. The ESLA debt in the initial years of the previous regime came down, then it ballooned again. And some of it was even effectively mortgaged for money up front. The debt was not going down, it was rising. Something had to be done. Something had to just give. And there was no way we could have continued this way. Now, some of us have always said that, listen, Ghana is broke. We are not out of the woods yet. Things are getting better, but there are a lot of headwinds coming against us. And the issue simply is this. There's no really hard decisions to be taken. When we said we didn't want e-levy, when we said we didn't want this, we didn't want that tax, we didn't want that, we have to remember that there's only one pocket, and that pocket was practically empty.
No. Mr. Jackson, appreciate your time on this, and point well made there. Thank you so much for joining us.